All right, all right, all right. Take two. What it is when you're live streaming, you got very specific settings, and I had to make sure that I set it to public, because if I just do it private or just friends, we can't do comments. It's a weird little stipulation that they have. So I'm going to wait for you guys to come back on here and talk politics and this election. Want to give you some thoughts on things and so forth. So one more time, let's roll that beautiful intro. All right, if everybody can hear me, give me a hey, what's up? What's up? Stephanie, how you doing, sweets? What's up, Doc? Yeah, so you guys comment. This is going to be class participation. Fun for the whole family, okay? So here's the deal. All right, so as we all know, we are locked in the gridlock, that which is politics. I'm going to start this off with telling you a little story, okay? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Anthony. So last night, I had someone chime through on my messages on Facebook Messenger. And I thought I recognized the name because it's got this weird last name. And what happened was there was, hold on a second, so I'm getting, saying I'm a little low. Is my volume not good on this, guys? Let's see if I turn my volume up. Stand by. Let's see. Is that volume a little bit better? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. So that should be better. Okay, cool. What's up, Laura? All right, that's cool. Driving. So, anyways, back to the story. If you guys can't hear me, just let me know in the comments. I'll adjust it. Also, this is all kind of not my ideal setup, but anyways. So I got a message come through, and the first thing that the person said was that I should. I should stick to talking health and not politics, right? Let me see if I can pull. I'm not going to show you guys, but I'll just read it to you. So let me see here. Just make sure I'm quoting correctly. Yeah, it's a really important story. Just a good way to explain this to you guys of what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling and that kind of fun stuff. So bear with me a second. All right, so this guy George goes and he says, he chimed in about Obama winning in it started, the first thing he said was Obama won in 2012 and didn't Republicans keep House and Senate same election? And then he put a picture of my post that's out there regarding the fact that the media will speak first, but the federal courts will speak last. So he sent that to me and he says, you're supposed to give out health advice, not political. Okay, so I want to address that here real quick on this video, straight up and everybody knows. Okay, first and foremost, I'm a child of God. That's the way it works, okay? I'm an imperfect man. I am a sinner. I fall short of the glory, okay? But I'm not perfect. I don't expect you want to, oh, he's a holier than thou Christian. You know, I'll drop an F-bomb all the time. I do all kinds of things. But here's my deal. Second of all, I'm a father to 3 amazing princesses. Third, I'm a husband to my wife. Okay. Fourth, I'm a patriot. Okay. And a constitutionalist. Okay. Next, I'm a capitalist. Okay. So that's my dossier. I am not on This is primarily going to my personal page, facebook.com/Anthony G. Beck. That's my name. Okay. Yes, I'll simulcast this to Balance Nation. If you're watching me over in Balance Nation, guys, hey, good to see you. But here's the thing. Facebook is social media. This is for me to be social with people who are of like mind, that enjoy what I share, or of opposite mind who just want some entertainment and some, jackwagon to watch on a thing because I'm entertaining and sometimes funny. Semi-cute. Okay? You can either disagree or agree if you want. Okay? But anyways, let me explain something to you guys. I'll talk about whatever the Sam hell I effing want to talk about. How you like them apples, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's the problem. We live in a world of people telling other people what the hell they should or should not be doing. I don't do that. What I do, my entire premise as a physician, okay, is to show people how they are a category of one. It's my shtick. It's my trademark copyrighted statement. You are a category of one. right? Which is the problem in my entire narrative professionally, is to tell people stop listening to people and talking heads and bloggers and biohackers and doctors and influencers and all these people who are telling you what you should and should not do when they don't know a damn thing about you. I'm telling you to Q square M square. You know my deal, my shtick. Okay, if you don't, go to youtube.com/balance protocol or bitchute.com/balance protocol and then watch my propaganda. But here's the deal. I can talk about whatever the hell I want to, including politics, including religion, philosophy, medicine. In the disclosure in Balance Nation, where this is simulcasting off of my personal thing, I let everybody know that that's what it is, okay? I don't have a niche. I've told you guys I don't do the niche picking. Well, it's all about your gene SNPs and you have dirty genes, or it's all about methylation, or gluten's bad, or you need to quantum this or quantum that. That, you guys, that's all marketing. That's capitalism at its finest. I agree with that part. But I don't do that, okay? So I'm not going to just talk about health, whatever that means to this person, right? So this guy, George, is a jackwagon. And so I said, what the F do you think you are, who you think you are, telling me what I'm supposed to do? I'm no one's employee here, nor obligated to give any damn thing. So you can STFU. That's right. I use those words. Okay. I'm from the South, the dirty South. So he goes, why are you mad? Why are you using foul language? I was patient of yours. And I'm going, patient of mine? I don't even know who this guy is, right? I got all kinds of people who are my followers or on the friends list. I don't know all of you. I'd like to know you guys all. If anybody's got some value and merit or can have great dialectic, you don't have to agree with me. That's fine. That's what it's all about, right? But anyways, he goes, don't ever think in your life you can threaten me. And I go, you are not my patient and you do not come to me for health. He goes, oh, yes, I have. And so I looked at his profile and I go, you guys, this is a patient from 12 years ago. 12. I haven't heard squat. You know what just happened to me in 12 years? Okay. I've had a divorce, a bankruptcy, betrayal by my best friend, a loss of a professional practice, various lawsuits. I've had 2 kids. I've bought, 4 different vehicles and sold them. I've built, a couple of multi-million-dollar homes. I mean, there's all kinds of things I've done. I've worked with tens of thousands of patients in the last 10 years. So this guy came at me like a spider monkey. Obviously, he leans on that left side. Okay, fine. Anyways. So I want to share this with you because it didn't make me mad. It was irritating. I'm not mad. It takes a lot to make me mad. So the bottom line is, then he started with his passive aggressive stuff and said things like, look at the words you choose. Have a blessed day, man. You're going to be okay. And I was just like, hey, I don't know who. We've had 0 interaction in over a decade, so forth and so on. So I blocked him, and that's the end of that. Okay. Now here's the other thing about me. You guys should all know, is that I'm as authentic as they come. You can check my tag, right? It says authentic back there, right? And I'm going to be me, unapologetically me, okay? And I'm going to tell people, I'm going to talk to them the way I want. It's like when people say, well, look at the way that Donald Trump, he's not presidential. And people say, oh, you don't talk like a doctor. Okay, well, listen, I'm not anybody's doctor. I'm a consultant, okay? I'm a philanthropist. I'm a teacher, okay? That's what I do, all right? And at the end of the day, people who come to me for assistance in their health matters from a consulting standpoint, get my opinion. Everything I say on here is my pure opinion. I even say it in the disclosure that it's not to be accepted as fact. But the problem is, there are people who try to tell you and me what to do. And that's what this election is about. Okay? It's all about that type of control. The skin in the game that I have is I have 3 parties right now who have me in lawsuits because of what I share here on this camera in these threads that we're posting right now. That's exactly right. I'm spending tens of thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours, okay, lost fighting people who are doing lawsuits just to try to silence me. That's a fact, guys. I can't give you specifics right now because we're in litigation, okay? Which brings me to the election 2020, okay? There's something called the rule of law, okay? I have skin in the game. I get persecuted for what I do on here, sharing pure opinion and revealing people by name my thoughts about them. And they don't like it, okay? Especially when you tell the truth, okay? If I told, if I said, something about somebody that wasn't true, it'd be one thing. But everything I say here is true to the best of my knowledge and discovery. But aside from that, it should always be held as pure opinion. This is social media. So anyways, what happens out there, guys, is regardless of where your politics lie, there's a process, okay? And media is evil. It is the enemy to the people. It's not a talking point of the right. I'm not on the right. I'm not even a centrist. I'm on a different plane, okay? You know, the thing for me is everybody thinks left and right. I think of it more of a disc, okay? So there's an X, Y, and Z and alpha axes. So here's the deal. What you see now is a propaganda campaign by the media. And I've got lots of calls and text messages from patients and just want to talk. And that's fine. That's what I do. So if I'm your consultant and you've hired me, well, then I'm there for you. You have access to me on an ongoing basis, regardless if it's for. And, I have to talk some people off the ledge a little bit, figuratively speaking, okay? So the point here is this: everybody cool out. One of the best things you can do for your health, okay? This is why politics is always irrevocably yoked to health. It is. Because your mental, spiritual, and emotional and physical, the physiology. You can be so stressed out, you get diarrhea. You can be so stressed out, some people, it freaking constipate them. You can, it interrupts your sleep. You got your hair falling out, makes you go gray. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of things. So politics is health, period. Okay? And all the policies of things thereunto appertaining to your health are influenced, governed, and ruled upon in law by politics, by politicians. What do you think? Right? So let me just put this to bed once and for all. I'm going to remember this video. So anytime I do that, I'm just going to link it back, where I'm saying I can talk about politics, religion, health, wellness, mindset, all the things that I love and enjoy. Okay? If you want to learn how to grow orchids, I'm not your guy. Okay? The deal is this: politics has tentacles into everything that we do. It has a massive impact on our health. Okay? Balanced protocol, my clinical method, is largely proportional. There's 4 factors: environment, lifestyle, mindset, and nutrition. There's even a review out there on a phony site of people saying he gives too much emphasis to mindset. Whatever that means, do I put a huge emphasis on mindset? Well, of course. That's what prayer is. That's what meditation is. That's what love and hugging and time with, your animals. Okay, getting out in nature, that's to change and shift your mindset. It has a profound effect. Okay, so I'm going to talk politics, damn it. Okay, and if you don't like it, go somewhere else. It's a free country for now. Okay, that's how it works, guys. If you want to know about, should I eat fermented foods or not? Or what do you think about intermittent fasting? And I'm mocking those. Those are great questions and I'll answer those. But they're not everything, right? So anyways, let me look at some of the comments and I'll come back to my stuff. Yeah, you feel my pain. Somebody said that, about you. And you told them off swiftly. That's very good. And then Sarah, she agrees. I always appreciate your political perspective. Thanks, Laura. And that's it. If you don't like my political perspective, that's okay. And feel free to disagree with me. I love dialectic. That's the beauty of this, is let's disagree. Laura says, please talk us off the ledge. Okay, that's it. Okay, let me explain something to you guys. You guys have known, I've said this multiple times. This is your first time viewing me. Okay, let me run it down for you, okay? Okay, so I say that I am a Christian, capitalist, constitutionalist, and contrarian. Okay, so let's talk about constitutionalist. Never been a Republican, never been a Democrat, never been a, freaking, don't get me started on libertarians. Those are all titles. That's just silly. Remember, I have another statement I came up with years ago that words are clumsy tools. Words matter. Not really. They're clumsy tools. Okay? It's like flipping somebody off the bird. Okay? So like if I did this, you guys go, oh my God, and somebody's going to screenshot me flipping the bird. That's okay. That's all fine, right? So in other words, some people do it this way. Some people do it this way. Some people do it this way. There's all kinds of this. People will lose their mind if you simply extend your middle finger in their view towards them, because they've assigned some type of value to that. I laugh when people flip me the bird, like all these leftists, they go finger, they'll double finger or do something like that. But yet if you go on TikTok, you got these teenage girls going, like it's cool. So what is it, right? In other words, it's only what your mind assigns to it. Okay? You can either get mad for somebody he flipped me off. People will get into harm's way or legal battles for road rage because somebody extended, the universal sign of hello. Amazing to me. It doesn't affect me at all. It's like, remember, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Okay, well, I know if somebody flipping me off sure as heck isn't going to offend me or hurt me. So here's the point. Whatever somebody says on social media shouldn't be either. Don't have any weight to somebody who wouldn't be there for you when you're sad or in the hospital, or would give you $100 to pay the rent. But yet, if they say something negative or in disagreement about it, people lose their mind. But you can't do that. Somebody flips you off, so what? They call you names, so what? It's irritating, I get it. It's okay to be irritated. It's called being passionate and being alive, okay? It's like with kids. Jeez, I got a 7 and a 4-year-old underneath this roof, right? Don't you think they spill things, break things, greasy handprints on the furniture, all this shiny type metal and glass that I have? Woo, it's a bane of my existence, but that's the way it comes with it. You can get upset, you can cry over spilt milk, or you can whatever. So the ramble here is the fact that it comes down to you shoring up yourself mentally, okay? You got to do it mentally before you can do it spiritually, and you have much less when it comes to biologically, what's going on with your health and stuff like that. Okay, it's what I call the Dr. Beck coma test. Okay, I have never seen a person in a coma who has depression. Never had a person in a coma have anxiety. Now, we have people in a coma have a hemorrhage. Yep. Have tumoral growth. Yep. Okay. Clotting. Yep. Okay, so what's the point? It's all in this, okay? And one of the best things you can do if you get upset is get it out of this portion of your brain and shift it over to another filing system, okay? And you can simply, I've teach you guys this in Balanced Protocol Enviro 2.0, I mentioned it, but also it's going to be coming in Balanced Protocol Neuro. So you have to come out next year, okay? Covers key 3 of Balanced Protocol. But anyway, I've told you it's the up and the Just by physically moving your eyes up into your left and making a sound, you can even really sell it. You can even, You will shift it out of this emotional, get upset thing to over here. And that's all I've been doing with these Democrats, okay? It is an awful socialist communist party. I don't like the Republicans either. These rhinos, none of them said any dang thing. They're all sitting there keeping their mouth shut except for big fat Chris Christie. Don't get me started. But my point is this. I'm critically thinking. Like you saw my post maybe last night where I talked about when I saw the stage, I was going, okay, what's the stage? They're staging something. And you know what I noticed? And I mentioned it, that all the vehicles that were in front of the stage were all brand new, shiny, and they weren't even blue. I was kind of surprised there was more red ones. But anyways, they were all brand new, and it looked as if they were all Jeeps and Chryslers. So you know what they did? It's staged. They went and got vehicles and put them there. There were no people driving their old jalopy up into their Subaru Outback. Right? There's no motorcycle. There's no, truck with a bed in it, There's none of that, okay? Because it's all staged. This is propaganda. The only way you can be propagandized is if you watch it, you read it, or hear it. Back in the day, it used to be radio, then it became TV, and then now we got social media. It's me. I'm giving you my propaganda right now. I can call it. This is it. I'm trying to convince you guys to think about, possibly embrace what I'm saying right now. See, I can say that, okay? I got my little camera here set up. I want to make sure the video is right, my lighting, and you should see this camera set. It's ridiculous what's on this card. I got 2 monitors here. It's all propaganda. This is all media. Okay? So what you got to do is you got to get into that and you look at the message. Literally simultaneously, okay? Creepy old Fox News, Lionel CNN, Facebook, Twitter, they all coordinate. They're owned by the same limited group of people. Again, don't believe me? Do your research and find it out. If anybody wants to put the link up here in the comments, please feel free to do so, okay? So the bottom line is it's all programming, okay? You're watching channels that channel the programming into your brain, and whatever you're watching, you're thinking about. And then in between that, they're showing you stupid commercials for making your memory better by some type of jellyfish extract or some type of pharmaceutical medication for autoimmune disease. And they're putting it to, 80s rock music. You see what I'm saying? So here's the deal. Let's talk you guys off the ledge. This ain't over yet. It has to be adjudicated in the courts. Here's the other thing. In order to get to the Supreme Court, you have to lose your court battles on the state level, on the appellate level, appeals, and then you got to go to the Supreme Court. So when everyone's, oh man, we lost in Nevada. Yeah, we want to lose. That's the whole thing. You want to go ahead and lose so you can bring it and amend it and expand the complaint. Okay, the lawsuits are called complaints, by the way, guys. We'll call it lawsuits. But filing a lawsuit is called filing a complaint. So we have to lose these court battles. Okay, but the media knows that you don't know that. They don't know that there are what we call rules for civil procedure. It's just like, Robert's Rules of Etiquette, or game rules according to Hoyle. Okay, listen, there are rules for civil procedure. Okay, bringing a complaint, motions to strike, motions to amend. There's so many different, to move the court, you have to motion things, requests for, and then you have rebuttals. Right, and then you hear on the merits of the case, and then they can maybe just get into all that stuff. But then here's the thing. But then now you got to go to discovery, right? There's interrogatories, right? There's depositions. There's all kinds of things. Requests for information, subpoenas. It's a process, okay? But most people think you just go to the judge and he tells you what to do. That ain't how it works. Which is why the Supreme Court Justice Alito said, I gave an order. They ignored it. He gave another one. So a lot of people go, well, how the hell can you ignore an order? Well, like that, because orders have to be enforced by a law enforcement entity. Well, typically it's by the sheriff of the county, not the police, it's the sheriff's office. And if they refuse, well, then it doesn't happen. What are you going to do? Okay, so it's a process. So everybody calm the flip out, grab a Long Island iced tea, doctor's orders, it's totally fine. It's all organic, right? And then what you have to do, just critically think. Spend time. Use this opportunity to fall back in love with the United States Constitution. Go read it through. Take a look at the different articles. Then if you really want to get crazy, you got to get into the U.S. Code. Okay? If you want to understand the Constitution better, well, you got to get into the Federalist Papers. Okay? People have to realize that your votes for the state, okay, do not move or transpose onto who is elected president. I know you think that, but that's not how it works, okay? The electors do that. And the electors do not even have to listen to the people who got the majority of the vote, okay? And if the electors can't decide, then it goes to the House. And all 50 states, okay, get 2 votes, okay? Get 2 votes. And so the thing about it is right now there's more states that are on the Republican side that can give Trump the win. That can happen. All right? I want everybody to understand something. Don't think it ain't possible. Okay? So that's another thing. I don't want to get into every aspect of it, but the media does not determine who wins or not. They can't declare the winner. Okay? Have some fun with this. My critical thinking even went, well, I don't think they did, but what a cool thing to go ahead and declare Biden and Harris, elect, so that way the left doesn't keep burning down cities, right? Now, again, you have to forgive me, but I don't subscribe to Q or QAnon or any of that stuff. I don't subscribe to these ballots with watermarks and all that kind of fun stuff. If it's true, okay, great. I'm not saying it's not true, okay? I don't know. It's a fun thing to think about, okay? That's okay. Critical thinking allows you to do that. Is it possible? Sure, it's possible. Is it possible that it's a big old, counterintelligence BS from the side of support for Trump? Sure could be also. I don't know. I like the law. I like history, data, and precedent. I like things that have happened before that I can rely upon. I love the spirit of the law. I love the letter of the law. And the law doesn't always serve. It is blinded sometimes, which is why Democrats want to pack the courts. So that way they can, take the blinder off or lift up one from Lady Justice. Okay? Now, but why is it Lady Justice? Okay? Isn't that the matriarchy? Why is it Lady Liberty? Why has it got to be her and put her in a dress? How do we not know that she has a different gender from all the millions of genders that are out there? They're so sexist, the Democrats. Unbelievable. Gender normative, with Lady Liberty and Lady Justice. How dare they inflict the matriarchy? See how stupid it can get? Okay? They're the most duplicitous people that I've ever seen in my life. People who subscribe to that. They're the same ones that, the mask. Literally watching TV right now, people have masks, but they're smashed together. They're not social distancing at all. We all knew that when this was done magically, COVID was going to be a thing of the past. Okay? Chuck Schumer is on TV with his mask dangling from his ear, just all next to people, high-fiving and hugging and crap. They're the most lying sons of bitches ever. It's ridiculous. There was no pandemic whatsoever. It was all part of this plan because they needed that. Because for 4 years they've been scheming. They tried all these other lies against Trump, okay? And they laid it out. The powers that be, okay? Secret combination. Some will call it Illuminati, the Rothschilds, and the Masons, which is total bullshit, by the way. Dang, my dad's a Mason. Broken, senile as hell. Never did much with himself in his life at all, but wore his little, G-ring. Okay? One of my best friends is a 33. Okay? It ain't Illuminati. Okay? Okay, so here's my point. Yes, there's powers that be. Plain and simple. And if you don't understand that, that's just cognitive dissonance or you just lack of personal research. So, and I'm not going to Alex Jones on things either, but everything's always a mix of truth and whatever. And just like I tell you with me and anybody else, don't believe me, do your own research. It takes hours. It takes so much time. Okay, if you want to know, that's how you have to do it. Okay, if you don't want to know, just keep living life. Hug your kids, play with your dogs, work hard, take action. Make yourself the center of your universe above your animals, your kids, your spouse, everything. I am unabashedly telling people that you should be self-centered. Not selfish, but self-centered. It's always you and the mask on first on an airplane for oxygen mask, not the other mask. That's what you got to do. So there's a lot of living to be lived, okay? But the thing is you have to let this process work through. The propaganda campaign, the puppets of all of this, want people to be in fear. When you're in fear and you're worried and you're scared, your mind is programmable by whatever message they're telling you. So the first thing you have to do is turn that crap off, okay? Read your news. That's what I suggest you do, okay? That's one thing, okay? So what I don't want you to do is to tune in to lamestream media, okay? Fox is shit, okay? Dang, now I'm going to have to flag this on YouTube for bad language. Okay. MSNBC, CNN, they all suck. They're all shit. That's right, the word. Okay? They stink to high heaven. You know where the word shit came from? On Bach, they used to ship manure on ships and down at the bottom of the ship. And then water would collect, and it would wet the manure, and it would make it stink. So they would stick on the box, S-H-I-T, ship high in transit. Ship high in transit. That's what shit was. Ooh, that stinks like shit. How you like them apples? See? It's fun little factoids with Dr. AGB. Do your research. At least that's what I've read years ago. Okay? So you see what I'm saying? Everything has a reason and a purpose and an origin, and there's fun to be had. Okay? So the deal is, they all stink like shit. Manure that's in a box in the bottom of a ship that got wet. Okay. So, and that's figuratively speaking, okay? Now, am I defaming CNN? No, I'm giving you my pure opinion. So here's the deal. Turn all that stuff off, okay? It is Project Mockingbird. Go look that one up too, okay? And you can't Google stuff because Google does that. You have to learn to get on other browsers, Okay, and it's not for the faint of heart to dial into the dark web. And if you can't, don't do it unless you know what you're doing. Okay, if you don't have a VPN, virtual private, network, you better get one. Okay, and there's all kinds of things that you can do. Right now, I can't come on here and teach everybody all that stuff either. Okay, but what you can do is learn to cover your tracks from tracking. Okay, and I'm going to do a video on this here pretty soon. Like, for instance, you guys are sharing a whole bunch of stuff with me on Messenger and submissions to Share and Balance Nation. But let me explain to you what happens whenever you guys do that. Before I can approve it or before I click it, okay, I have to open up a different browser, okay, and I right-click and grab the link and I put it into a text editor and remove the Facebook tag off of it. Let me give you an example. Let me see. I'll give you guys an example. Okay. Let me just show you guys on here. This is really important for you guys to realize. Okay. So let me go here on my own page. How about that? Okay. So I'm gonna move this down here. I'm gonna go here. Okay. So this is my page. Look at that handsome devil. Okay. So anyways, so there's me talking to you guys now. Infinite loop. Okay, so here's the deal. So you guys can see all my friends. Hey, listen, if you see your face on here and you don't like it, tough crap. It's public stuff. All right, so let me show you something. Okay, so let me just go to a link. Okay, so let's see what I could do here. This is all on my page. So let me find a good one here. Okay, so here's Dallas-Fort Worth. Okay. Texas social worker charged with 134 counts involving election fraud. See, there's election fraud. I've posted these a lot. But see, like, for instance, if you click this on my page, okay, you guys can see all my fun stuff, okay? But here's what's funny. What I want you to do here is, and see, you can't see in this browser here, okay, this URL, you can't see what the address is, but I'm going to show you what the address is when I clicked it off of my Facebook. Okay, this is what happens anytime you click off anything of Facebook. Okay, you see, you go there and it just goes there. You see, if you click in here, boop, see that? See how it highlights it? Now look, watch this. I'm going to go all the way to the end. What the hell is all of that? You want to see what all this is? This is the Facebook tracking link. Okay. Any link that you do, when it comes off of Facebook, it automatically adds a question mark FBCLID equals, and then whatever this is, okay? So if I take this and I grab this entire link and I open up another browser window and I drop that in there, it opens it up, okay? Bam. Okay, and it takes a little while, but let me show you what else you can do. Okay, so on here, you have to go and you have to move all the way over, okay, to this question mark, and then grab from there over, okay, and delete that. Okay, then you have to click on that address, grab it. Now watch this though. Okay, watch this. Okay. If I open up another window, even though I just cut and paste that portion of the ID, okay, sometimes it'll still be on there and I have to, but anyway, so then you can go to it, okay? Then you have to check and see. So I went to the page without the Facebook ID. This is how they track everybody, guys, okay? Facebook is in control of everything that you do, okay, off of Facebook. So my point of sharing that with you real quick is that it is a campaign. They will track you across platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and whatever. So those are good platforms to share information like we're doing here, but you got to understand what you're getting into and how people are tracking things, okay? So my point of that is to make the point that there is always, and there currently is, a concerted effort to control what you're thinking by getting them all to tell you that Biden won, Biden won, Biden won, and you're terrible for not accepting that, okay? It's not how it works, okay? It's just like if you are 20 years old and 364 days and you go into the liquor store, you know, to buy some stuff to make a Long Island iced tea, you ain't getting, you can't purchase it. Right? Doesn't matter that you were in mom's womb for 9 months. Well, of course, they don't think conception happened. So you don't get credit for the 9 months that you were growing. It's from when you come out. And for 20 years, 364 days, you can't buy alcohol. It's not until 365, your birthday. So here's the deal. This election ain't over until the process of this adjudication of this challenge tight race is over. You see what I'm saying? We got weeks, okay? Weeks, okay? This is most likely not going to be decided in 2020. It'll come down to the wire, in my opinion. Now, a few days ago before the election, I gave my predictions, okay? And I was wrong. See, I told you, sometimes I'm wrong. I'm right 98% of the time. So 2% of the time I was wrong. I really felt, okay, that there was going to be a massive red wave, that we might actually win 48 states, and that Trump would win in a landslide. Now, as of right now, that's not the case, and I was wrong. But I was going on best presented data based upon what I was hearing, seeing, experiencing, and things like that. Now, I could retroactively now end up saying, hey, it turns out I was right. We'll see, okay? So what we can't do is buy in to the crap that they're showing on TV, okay? So one of the best things to do is turn off the TV, okay? That's really the way to do it, all right? Check in, but don't sit there and watch it 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 and watch it, because you're getting programmed. You're going and whatever they get, okay? So the bottom line here is that there's a tremendous, I'm not worried about it. I'm just not. And if it turns out that Biden and Harris are declared the winners through legal adjudication and through the process, okay, I'll deal with it. I'm not going to go and burn anything down, okay? I'm going to get on with my life. I'm still healthy. I'm wealthy. I've got everything in the world going for me. I got people who love me. I got you guys who are in my world. And but we still got to fight. There's way more fighting to happen. We could sit here and play with the theory like, okay, well, here's the thing. Biden will be the 46th president, okay? Kamala Olive Harris, she's going to be 47th. And so then Trump can be the 48th again, just like Grover Cleveland. So if you guys don't know U.S. history, it did happen before. So one term, another president, and then they came back and won again. If you think for a minute Trump's not going to rerun after the Dems do some terrible, harmful crap over 4 years, which they will, okay? Even more so, that'll be great. So there's a little part of me, and don't hate me for it. I don't really want it, but there's a part of me that would kind of like to see that go down. I would kind of like to see that go down. I really would, all right? So get off the ledge. It's going to be okay, but don't stop fighting. Don't get comfortable. Don't believe it. Don't go, yeah, okay, we'll just let them. Hell no, keep fighting. Tell everybody and anybody that you know that it's not over with. We're not being sore losers, it's just we're not losers yet. We might end up being losers. It's okay to be a loser. All right. Any thoughts on that from you guys so far? Any thoughts, comments, rebuttals, refusals? You're off your rocker. Any of that kind of fun stuff? What do you think? Bart says, nope, you're right all the time. Not all the time, 98%. 98%. Okay? I'm a guy who went through a divorce. Hell, I was married for 16 years. Was it wrong because I wasted my time? Well, no, that was just part of the process. It's just what life it is. I've got 2 daughters now because of that. So it's, life goes on. That doesn't mean concede. What's up, Aria? What are you doing? You want to come say hi? Because I've just been talking about her, so. She's a ham like her dad. Come here, baby. Boy, you look a little disfudged. Oh, look at this snagglepuss.
Hi.
All right. I love you, honey. So, anyways, there's all kinds of living to be had, okay, regardless of who's president, right? They affect us. If Biden and Harris do, win, they didn't do it honestly. Listen, it doesn't have to be fraud, okay? See, that's the problem. There is voter fraud. But there are errors. There are procedural errors, okay, that might not have been with malintent or through fraud. It was just an accident, okay? But if you look into the software, that's being used, it's actually from a company, Dominion, I showed you that, who just so happens to be majorly owned by Nancy Pelosi's husband under a different name, Bloom, not Pelosi. So you understand what I'm saying? You guys got to dig and see who would have it in them to do it. It's like, well, why would they do that? I don't know. Why are there people who molest kids? It happens. Why do people, do dog fighting and abuse animals? Why would you ever do that? But it happens all the time. Why do people rape, kill, kidnap, litter? Why would you do all that? But it happens. So don't think that manipulation of software and things like that doesn't happen, okay? Well, you got to show us the evidence. Yes, you do have to show the evidence, okay? It takes some time. It was just a couple days ago, you guys. Holy crap, man. It's the 7th. So it's basically, 3 days later. Holy moly, okay? Not worried yet for that exact reason. Great, Linda. And you know what? If we lose, it'll be through theft, not through righteousness, and it won't be through fairness. But I'll live with it. Okay, it happens. Yeah, like how there's no riots. Exactly, Mark. There's no riots. I appreciate you too, Bart. Thanks, buddy. That means a lot when you guys tell me that. Yep, I'm just so tired, Trisha. Yeah, it is tiring. It is. I'm not going to pretend. Election night, I didn't get no damn sleep. I wasn't living life in balance, right? I didn't medicate and get drunk or anything like that. But yeah, so in other words, it is tough. It's an impact. You know what's also tough? Doing a liver and gallbladder detox and flush. You know what's tough? Taking a stool sample so I can, PCR test your microbiome. That's a little difficult, okay? Doing modifying all kinds of things. There's a lot of things that are difficult in life, okay? And they're tiresome. But we do them for reasons, okay? We've got to keep it in perspective. Okay, Jeremy, listen, you have inside carnal knowledge about my socks and my flip-flops. You cannot be sharing that. You are defaming me. So he's not right all the time. That's exactly, okay, so you're going to make me, I'm going to show it right now. I ain't afraid. I wear socks, man. I like fresh new socks. It's a thing for me. I love fresh new socks. And Mark, don't be chiming in on that. And I wear my little my kickers, my flippy floppies around the house too. Because these are porcelain floors. They hurt. Ugh, they're not good for the back. So yes, I do wear socks and flip flops. Yeah, if we lose, Linda, we're not going to burn things down, but we're gonna battle. That's for doggone sure. That's exactly right, Kelly. That's a good one. Demonstrate decency so the left has a reference when the election flips. Because here's what's cool, guys. Here's an exciting thing, okay? We picked up a bunch of seats in the House. Didn't lose a single one. And they're talking about Joe Biden has a mandate. No, the hell he doesn't, right? And we still have the Senate. So listen, Biden's going to be a lame duck. The only problem we're going to have is Trump's executive order pen powers are going to be absolutely blown to a whole nother level by a Biden-Harris administration if they steal this election. Okay? That's coming. You guys you better go ahead and understand it and think about that possibility, because it will. Okay? But in 2 years, there's a midterm. And they're not going to be able to do anything in 2 years. Things are I'm telling you already, people right now. James Woods, you guys know James Wood? Anyways. He was on Twitter. He said he sold his entire portfolio, all his stocks. He said it could be wrong. But the reason why they're doing that is because they know the taxes are going to be different after the end of the year on capital gains and stuff. So people are liquidating their position in stock market. That's why the stock market's boosted up right now. A lot of people are selling at a decent price. So people are buying them up. Okay? But that's going to crash. Okay? So you heard it here first. The stock market's going to crash by the end of the year significantly. Okay? Oh, Beck, you're supposed to talk us off the ledge. No, I'm just telling you. It's history, date, and precedent. Okay? People don't want the taxes on earnings that they will take after the inauguration. It's a fact. Okay? So they want to get rid of all that position here by the end of the year. Okay? That's why Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going nuts right now. Okay? Gold's going to go blam because people are going to know. Okay? Barr to release. Now, Kelly, I love what you're saying. So Kelly says now it's time for Barr to release the Durham indictments. It won't be election interference. Ooh, that's a good one. I didn't think about that last term. Yeah, so now it's not election interference because he's already won, right? If the Democrats steal this election, like I said, if they actually win, it'll be through theft. That's not sore loser stuff. It's just fact. The thing is that we're gonna figure some stuff out. In other words, if there is any stuff out there, the chance that Trump's not going to go blitzkrieg on that and blow it all out there is actually slim. Okay, he's going to pardon Flynn. He's going to pardon everybody on the way out. Get a clean slate of all of that. Yeah. And all the evidence will be released and come out. So it's going to be a very interesting thing. And I'm not so sure that some of that stuff's not going to happen by the end of the year anyways, as part of all of this stuff. So hang on, folks. I really do think some corruption stuff is going to come out. Thanks, Trish. Thanks for all the love and light. I appreciate it. I don't know about a stock market crash. Well, it's my opinion. Okay, Dewey. Okay, so in other words, what I'm looking at is from a capitalist point of view. When you start offloading a lot of stuff like that, things like that will happen. Okay, because it's not going to do well when. Anyways, we'll get into all that speculation. It's speculation. Everything I say is speculation. It's my opinion. But that's what's happening. People are leveraging their positions now and getting rid of stuff because they don't want to take profits next year. That's it. That's how that works. Okay, so hang in there. The fight's not over. Okay, we've got legal adjudication to happen. There's lawsuits that have to be brought to the states and lost in order to go to appeals, and then appeals go to the Supreme Court. So as you see cases lost, again, don't freak out about that either. It has to happen to go to the Supreme Court. It's the way that it works. You don't just go and take a case to the Supreme Court, okay? Unless there are certain times when you can seek injunctive relief immediately from a higher court, like they did with Alito. But that's not the case. Okay, in other words, the complaints have to come, evidence has to be garnered, they have to go to discovery, they have to get affidavits. All this is processed. Guys, it's 3 days. Holy crap. Because I handle my cases pro se, so when I have to respond to complaints and issue my motions to dismiss and motions to strike and all that other kind of fun stuff and my demands for discovery, it takes me days to fill out all that stuff, get it all into the right format, and then go and submit it to the court. They got teams of people. So the bottom line is if the Dems win, then yes, sure. Yeah, I stipulated that, Dewey. If the Dems win. Yeah, okay. Jeremy says, you will not hear anything about Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, absolutely not. Okay. If Trump loses through theft, all that's gone. Hillary scot-free, Biden scot-free, all that stuff. They will not have enough to bring it later. Just, that's all gone, guys. That's the grim reality of it. So, but people say, well, hold on a second. You said don't give up the fight. Okay, that's fine. But the thing is yeah, the Senate can bring the stuff, and then there can be some things. But yeah, no. So this is why we're fighting for our lives here on a lot of levels. But again, got to go through it. Okay, don't let them rob you of Thanksgiving and Christmas and that kind of fun stuff. Okay, we're gonna go. It ain't gonna be settled by then. That's my opinion. Okay, so anyways, I just want to get on here and talk a little politics about that stuff and let you guys know that, hey, listen, I'm here to talk politics. I'm here to talk religion, spirituality. Okay, I don't do astrology and all that kind of bullshit and that kind of crazy stuff. Okay. But I'm here to talk about health and wellness and mindset through my proprietary method known as Balanced Protocol, okay? I'm here to sell you on my form of crazy. I'm here to give you my propaganda and get you to see yourself as a category of one, and any decision you make in your life, you should do it based upon qualification, quantification, measurement, and monitoring. That's what I want you to do. That's it. And then proceed through a framework. Okay, don't just try to take things for things. Okay, as we use that stuff. Now, on that note, being the capitalist that I am, because you guys know you notice I'm not always selling stuff and posting things. Okay, I got to get better at that. One of the best things, actually, not the best. One of the best things you could do is get insight into your status and what you can do. Okay, so I created a program here recently, and I've launched it, but I haven't pushed it out to everybody because, I just want to, I've got other things on my mind. Okay, but it's Balance Protocol, Get Protocol Started, or Balance Protocol GPS.com. That's Balance Protocol GPS.com. Get Protocol Started. And basically what it is, I'll tell you that, you can go watch the little video on it. It is a from the comfort of your own home, okay, evaluation, a group of labs that just require blood that you can draw at home through finger stick and urine collection. Say, my team will send you the kit to the comfort of your own home. You'll process it in the comfort of your own home, send it off to the lab. When the results come in, you and me or a member of my team sit down and review the findings, and I give you the interpretation and a plan moving ahead. Now, there's some of you watching this who are my current clients / patients, and we're engaged in a deeper level. This is a very simplified, what I call affectionately and reverently, a one and done. Okay, basically, we send you the kit, the results come back to me, we sit down once, we review it all, and then I give you some direction on what you can do based upon that quantification. Okay, balanceprotocolgps.com. Okay. $14.97, including the lab. So all of my clinical time, review of findings, and a written and video recorded plan and your results in labs, boom, all done. So if you want to do that, please take advantage of that. I really encourage you to, because if you're having a difficult time with your health when it comes to anxiety and depression, okay, I totally get it. GI upset, your hair's falling out, low thyroid, autoimmune, whatever you want to call it. This is a minimal barrier to entry, ultra simplified starting point for everyone. Okay, balanceprotocolgps.com. It's an amazing value. It's a great program, and I released it a couple of months ago, but I haven't really pushed it out there because I've been busy. Because I really didn't want all those patients. How terrible is that, right? But that's the truth. I just self-deprecated, just because it takes a lot of work to do what I do, a lot of time. Though we might spend that hour or so together and review your findings and give you a plan, it takes a few hours on the back end just to process it and handle it and all that other kind of fun stuff. So it's a very inexpensive way to get the labs that I feel are absolute minimal for anyone to get a status check on where you're at now, so we can make some adjustments to shore up your health from a biochemical individuality status. Don't fall for the gene peoples, the dirty genes and the SNPs and all those programs that are trying to tell you what you should be doing based upon your 23andMe raw data. It's a lie. Either those people know they're lying, or they're so stupid that they're just repeating that. Your genes cannot and do not have the ability to tell you what's wrong with you, why it's happening, or what you should do. They can't. It doesn't even tell you if it's an expression or not. It's all subterfuge. Yes, genes have a role. In Balance Protocol, we cover that, okay? But you can tell somebody that they have an MTHFR gene SNP, and then they're gonna sell you a supplement for that gene, not even testing your methylation. They don't even test your SAM your SAM to SAW ratio. They don't take a look at your status of B2, B6, folate, or B12. They don't look at any of that. Okay, those are the markers that run the genes anyway. So don't talk to your damn genes. Look at your biomarkers. All those biomarkers that I just talked about are in the lab array that I do in Balance Protocol GPS. Okay? And I know that might be difficult for you guys to stomach, because there might be some other people out there like me that you follow, like Rhonda Patrick and Ben Lynch, and these are good people. I just disagree with them, right? My pure opinion is that they're feeding people a bunch of malarkey because they sell supplements to fix that. Now, I don't sell supplements. I'd like to sell supplements. I'm going to sell supplements. My line is currently out of stock, but my point is this. I show and teach environmental changes, lifestyle changes, mindsets changes, and nutrition changes. Then we supplement, not just the pills, potions, and the powders. Therein lies the difference, because I'm not duplicitous. Okay. Daniel says, is Enviro also good for clinicians? Absolutely. If any of my clinicians who I've trained in here in the method of balanced protocol through my preceptorship program want to chime in and say, feel free. Give me a little shout out. Yes, it's for everybody. Okay. Perfect for a fresh start. Thanks. Always believe it works 100% from the inside. On my way. That's great. Okay. And I will tell you this, anybody and everybody who watches this video and in the next, call it the week that this will probably be watched, if you enroll in balanceprotocolgps.com, I'll make sure that you don't work with a member of my team. You'll get me personally. How about that? Okay. Because typically I just like to train other clinicians right now. I like to have what I call intellectual children and grandchildren. Okay. So I just teach other doctors and clinicians. That's my passion. But I still work with some patients and clients. Okay. And I don't practice medicine. I don't diagnose. I don't treat disease. Okay. I am a consultant. I am for educational purposes only. So, if you enroll in that program, you'll get me. I promise you, I will do your lab review and give you your plan personally. We'll get on a camera like this and we'll record it and you'll have that. You get a PDF, fill it all out and give you all your options, tell you what's going on and tell you exactly what you do to get protocol started. Balance protocol started. Where is that new coffee at? Jeremy, it's, COVID. Okay. It's tough. It's still in the works, but here's the thing, Jeremy, just so you guys know, I'm getting on the coffee market. And one of the reasons is because it's a great therapeutic agent. It can also be very detrimental depending on the context of the individual. So I'm creating a coffee line. There'll be two, one that is suited for people who have more of a sympathetic dominant tone. People have more of a parasympathetic dominant tone. There are some people who drink coffee and it'll make them poop. Some people doesn't touch them up. Doesn't make me poop. There are some people who it'll give them the jitters, and some people it doesn't. It doesn't faze me at all. Well, there's reasons for that. Okay, it's multifaceted. There's some context, but in order to make a coffee roast, you have to. It has to have certain chemicals in it, certain profile. In order to do that, I have to grab coffees from different plantations from around the world and send them off for testing and to determine, like for instance, how much trigeminine is in that coffee bean from Honduras. That's one of my faves. Okay, it has to be organically grown and all that kind of fun stuff. But the trigeminine content, if it's high and I roast it, okay, for a longer period of time to a darker roast, trigeminine turns into niacin or B3. That can be beneficial for some people. It can be detrimental for others. So it's not about flavor and taste. It's about metabolic and organic chemistry function, right? So simple question, Jeremy, but that's the answer. I got to find the beans that I can have consistently grown and tested to where if I roast them in a certain way for a certain period of time at a certain temperature, will convert one molecule inside of the bean to the nutrient that I need to bring a certain physiological effect on the autonomic nervous system. So it takes a while. And now that stuff slowed down because of this scamdemic. Got to go, Doc. Thanks, Doc. All right, Stephanie. Cool. Mark says, can honestly say it takes all the research and confusion out of the mix, just straight to the point so you don't waste precious time. That's it. Daniel says, how can you get trained as a clinician? Daniel, what you can do is you can go to DrAnthonyGbeck.com. That's DrAnthonyG. Don't forget the G. It's my mother's middle name. It's mine too. She gave it to me. BECK.com. DrAnthonyGbeck.com. Up at the top, what you'll see is a consultation tab, one for patients, one for clinicians. Click that, watch that little video, and that's how you do it. That's your first step to consider working with me and becoming a balanced protocol practitioner. Okay, guys, listen, we're almost at an hour, 58 minutes. Velda, the book is coming. I'm just trying to finish my lawsuits that are in adjudication and discovery now, so that way I can do that later. Okay, so it's coming. My book is, I know you guys are like, well, you talk about coffee, you ain't doing that. Yeah, because of that. Haven't done the book. Reason is because I'm in litigation, right? And, there's things, I got to do things the right way. Believe me, I wanted to put the book out a year ago when I was talking about it, but I can't now because I have Democrats coming after me. Okay, why? Because I've told them, that you guys, what my pure opinion is, and they didn't like that I was giving my opinion. That's what it is. So they're suppressing me. That's what it is. So I have to give the courts their time, and it takes a while. Okay? So anyways, Love you guys, and hope this makes sense. Remember, hang in there. It's not over yet. Turn off the TV. Shore yourself up. Preserve your spirit. And if you want to get your body's health better to serve through these things, if it complains, stuff like that, go to balanceprotocolgps.com. Balanceprotocolgps.com. And take advantage of that. Okay? All right, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. I love you, and I am out.